consistent at nearly 19 seconds between Phil Keane in 33 and 20. It is Tiffany Dell, 111 Ferrari. Last Screams is in third place. A lot of smoke coming from the 17 Porsche. That's the Kaduri Clark car.
And the Ferrari's ahead of the Tiger.
Green and red Porsches chasing. There's the Ferrari at 111. That's the battle for fifth place. That's Nicky Pastorelli.
Well, he was, and in sense of cost effectiveness, the T70, of course, was probably less than half the price of a 917 or a 512.
But it was the tool for the short distance sprint races.
It really was. So in 1970, if you had 15 grand, you could buy a 917. What does that relate to nowadays? Quite a lot.
Several houses.
Yeah.
Several houses in 1970.
If you see the number 21 917 again, the other one in Gulf colours, you'll see the movable aerofoil in the centre of the rear of the car, rear of the bodywork, adjustable aerofoil.
Yeah, the transversale.
And there's a fabulous sight and sound, isn't it? Jean-Pierre Jarier there.
Jumper, as he was called.
Now, what is the derivation of jumper? Because Mike Hurd, son of Robin, said it's because he couldn't pronounce Jean-Pierre Jarier, he couldn't pronounce Jean-Pierre.
Exactly, so he became Jumper.
It was like McLaren putting Bruno Jack O'Malley on the side of the McLaren.
Yes, I do hope one of the cars in the paddock, in fact the first one I laid my eyes on last night, is having a bit of respelling, because Derek Daly never had an E in the Daly when I was a lad. So if they can change the stickering on the roof, that would be good, on top of one of the Jaguar Group C cars. So there's Jean.
Nottingham with a clear track ahead.
139 for the leader. The gap's down to 2.3 first to second. But that was entirely accounted for by traffic.
Vincent Gay has got Cottingham in his sights, but
yeah,
has he got enough?
Bellinger, without the torque of the Ferrari, having a real go, isn't he?
He is.
And he was 2.3 seconds behind at the end of the last lap. He's not 2.3 seconds behind now, that's for sure. He's halved it.
And I think the conditions are coming to him as well, because the track is looking much drier. He's able to use the speed more of the Ferrari, use the power.
Well, there's 2 minutes to go in this race, and Vincent Gay has a whiff of victory.
He senses something could happen here.
Well, to clear that traffic and get a clear sight of the race leader.
Two more tail-enders ahead of them.
Best second sector of everybody. New fastest lap from Cottingham, and then erased by Vincent Gay. The gap is down to 1.1. It's been halved.
It really is game on here, with two tail-enders ahead of James Cottingham. But he's
enough room for one
wise.
more lap, enough time for one more lap after this one.
Rob is very much definitely on it, so I think it's I'm going to get myself some space and do a proper lap.
There are demos, and there are fast demos. I believe we're looking at the latter from Rob Hall as he really starts to unleash the match. I can almost hear it from here. Yes, I can. He's going halfway down to Ford Water, and the group ahead of him are just going to St Mary's, so he's got plenty of space to play with.
But that sounds sensational coming down to you, doesn't it?
I might take my cans off just to listen. No. Listening out through the first part of St Mary's, through the second, please, lots of revs. Oh yes, clips the curb on the inside, has a little bounce, comes down to terra firma and carries on, nailing it up to Lavin. Oh, what a sound.
The Leo's gone hurtling through below the DFE, just playing himself in nice and gently. Rob Hall's caught the rest of the pack. The other Porsches are cylinder down.
Yeah, it has been for quite a while, and I don't know if that contributed to its spin, but it was still popping and burbling as it came past me.
Oh, he's massively had to back off or pull them in. Get all of that straight there.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the Academy liveried Lola did drop back a fair bit off the group, and giving himself only a quarter of a lap to play with didn't quite work. He needed a half.
I'll tell you what, he's not going to be far off the lap record anyway.
But the rear sight lines from these cars are pretty poor.
The big slabs, aren't they?
Yeah, you can't see much out of them as you're driving them around.
Formed the company that made the Riley and Scott cars. They were Daytona 24-hour winners, 96, 97 and 99. But Christensen back in the Le Mans winning Bentley just look at that whooshing down the Lavant straight. The whine of the gearbox, the whistle as it pierces through the air. Turbochargers then spooling up to give the Dane the big kick in the back. The car that had pole position won the race by 2 laps. The sister car that is also here at the 77 members meeting is alongside it in the main paddock behind our commentary position.
And I think the F40's been out for 5 or 6 years.
But it's still a fantastic car, isn't it? Yeah. And woefully practical. That's what we like about supercars.
I was going to say supercars, they shouldn't be practical, should they?
McLaren, dating back to Bruce McLaren, very poignant memories of him. Competed here, obviously, back in the early arrival from New Zealand. And of course, ultimately lost his life here in testing, which was very sad, June 1970. But the mark that carries his name, which he did so much to build and foster and make the reputation for, has done so much more in motorsport. Doing the greatest of times at the moment, but it's happened before. There have been several year runs of poor results. They bounce back, resilient, just as Bruce was. He was a fantastic engineer, a fantastic driver, leader, and inspirer of his.
He was endlessly good fun, and a funnier man you'd have to go 1,000 miles to meet.
We won't talk too much so that you can really get the sound of these wonderful straight 8 engines. When F1 cars mostly had Weber carburetors, these Mercedes had a very sophisticated early form of mechanical fuel injection.